Hello and welcome back to the Xpert Eleven Road to Glory series, where in the last episode we beat Yishun FC 5-0 but lost 2 players for the upcoming league game, which will be against Cobra Kai, a team we have actually already played before. We played them in a cup match, 2-legged tie back in season 33. The first game we drew 1-1, the second leg they thrashed us 4-0, although from my comments at the time it appears I was trying to go out of the cup anyway. An attitude of the cup which I've since changed. Anyway, let's take a look at Cobra Kai's squad. Mateus Ortiz is the only surviving defender from the last time these two sides met. New faces Jean-Baptiste Marzan and Leonardo Adelino are in their ranks, and Carvalho is now the first choice keeper after previously being their cup keeper when they had Sharp as their first choice. The new reverse has an interesting CV as he was part of a former Dream League winning side and he was back up to their #1 goalkeeper before being sold on to his current side at Cobra Kai. Roger Gornell was at the club at the time we last faced them, but he is now only one of 2 strikers at the club, along with Jakob Solem. And while in midfield, Stig Ola Fast, Marcus Amberg and Peli Cyprian are new faces to us. The rest of the team is much the same that faced us back in season 33, with a few names missing like Soren Stam, Tanit Maintaka, Gerard Emini, Nikolai Howden. They're all gone now. Rodrigo Pavero was also a member of the squad that day, however, in a huge boost, to make up for our own problems, he has been injured, which is going to limit Cobra Kai's formation selection quite a bit since they only have 3 defenders in the squad. I'm betting on a 3-5-2 formation here, and if he does play that, then we'll be in the ranks. But he could also move Rico Miranda, his all-round midfielder, into the defence to try and catch us out, so we have to be wary about that. Knights have both Ledley King and Pierre of Hesslink out of this game for differing reasons. Ledley King is injured, Pierre of Hesslink is suspended. This means that Devin Reilly and Azrat Zaire will have to start the match. We're going to be a difficult task, but Cobra Kai's injury does weaken them quite a bit, so in fact it's pretty much a level footing, so we might actually be able to win this game now. Indeed, Cobra Kai do line up in a 3-5-2 formation with Ambrosio Carvalhas in goal, a back three of Jean-Baptiste Marzin, Leonardo Adelino and Mateus Ortiz. Midfielder Marcus Amberg, Mark Vivian Eto, Stig Ola Fast, Bernardo Villa and Rico Miranda, who was a 19-year-old scored against us in the cup match. He is the only player so far of the current starting 11 to have scored against us. Jakob Solem and Roger Gornell make up the front 2. Knights meanwhile line up with Ant Connolly in goal, a back 4 Pim van der Kruis, Ibrahim Qamara, Aquila Santamaria and Devin Reilly. Midfield of Azrat Zari, Y Jr, Ray Tataw Eta, Alvito Roma and Raymond Hargreaves. Front no man of Celso Mota. Ryan Mulligan and Reginald Lacey are only bench players due to our suspensions. Cobra Kai have Shubash Aurora, Peli Cyprian, Gabriel Rubera and Terence Buxton on their bench. Right, let's get this match underway. We're live to All Valley where the match is taking place now. Our contestants are Cobra Kai in the yellow strip, yellow and black, playing from left to right, and their captain, Bernardo Villa, their 14-bar midfielder. Knights are playing the red and yellow strip from right to left. Hugh Kango is the referee, skill 2, harshness 2. Other games in the division, we've got FCG Verde against ADV. They're looking to kickstart their campaign. I think a win against ADV will do just that. Stretford Enders are against Houghton Academical. They've just sold their star striker Gordon Crossland. However, their replacement Dennis Clementin has been injured. That could be an advantage for us. Kruger FC are against FC Barrymore 2. And Kruger will probably be considered favourites due to their form, but Barrymore have some good players, so you never know what will happen. Anyway, right on the way now! Early exchanges here. Possession good away of Knights. We have a free kick inside 4 minutes. As turned up, it's gone to Devin Reilly, and now they missed. Devin Reilly, first chance of the game for Knights against Cobra Kai. Positive start. The away team are dominating the possession so far. Sliced by Celso Mota, smashes into the crossbar, and Rosie Carvalhas spared the blushes there from receiving Mota so early on. 16 minutes played, 17 minutes played even. No goals in the other games to talk about. You should know as the game enters the low period, but we've got a chance here from Alvito Roma, and he scores! Alvito Roma gives Desert Sardonia a 1-0 lead, despite the fact that we've got 2 players out who normally start the game. They have both been out, and I think that was, yeah, I think it might be YG got the assist, but Cobra Kai a free kick. Roger Gornell and saved by Ant Connolly. We're coming up to about 30 minutes played, and there's been a goal as Diallo Verde have scored, and Pim van der Kruis is a lob header close to the crossbar. Yes, DF Verde have taken the lead against ADV, which isn't too surprising at all, to be honest. Let's have another chance. There's a hit back heel and goal by Reginald, and it's saved by Cavallas. That was no problem whatsoever for the Cobra Kai goalkeeper. As we approach half time, that is the end of the first half. At the end of the first half, it is currently Knights 1, Cobra Kai 0. Cobra Kai have had one chance, Knights have shaded the chance count though. We've had a very strong first half performance here, and we're looking to kick on the rest of the game. As the second half gets underway, there's not much to talk about the fact that ADV have actually equalised against FCG Verde, and that was the only other score at the half-time break. Because Ibrahim Qamara has a lob header on goal, and it's saved by Cavallas. Well, that's something you probably wouldn't have expected. Ibrahim Qamara right up there. Well, the game seems to be dying down a bit, and Cobra Kai have taken the opportunity to bring on Pele Cyprian from Marcus Amberg, as FCG Verde have taken complete control against their game in the game against ADV. The other games are still 0-0 draws though. The highly skilled teams are having problems here. We've got a well-placed header by Rico Miranda's deflection on his own goal. He's scored into his own net. Rico Miranda of Cobra Kai has scored an own goal, and it means it's 2-0 to Knights of Sidonia. This is going very, very well so far. But wait, Cobra Kai have a chance here on the breakaway. It's Jakob Solem with the chance to run a goal, and he scores! Jakob Solem for Cobra Kai has pulled one back to the home side. Rico Miranda making amends with the assist to put his side back in the game. They've got another chance here, they could equalise. It's Miranda! And it's saved. Excellent save by Ant Connolly to ensure we take all 3 points from this game. And that is a very good victory against a good Cobra Kai side with a good manager in charge. Well done, guys. We really pulled through that one, and we've got 3 points, meaning that we've got 9 out of a possible 9 points so far. I did not expect this good a start to Division 3 life, especially considering how much we struggled opening in Divisions 4 and 5. This is going very, very well so far, but I have a feeling that our biggest threats in the division are yet to come down the line. We're looking like a very good team so far this season, I must admit, but we mustn't get too far ahead of ourselves. Even if it's likely we'll get 4 out of 4 against ADV next week. Bernardo Villa was the man of the match for Cobra Kai, and Pim van der Kruis the man of the match for Knights. So on our third attempt, we managed to beat Cobra Kai. It wasn't easiest of things because we really had to think about how they would approach the game, because this guy, unlike previous opponents where they probably had a set way of playing for each game and we had to identify that, this guy does try to counteract the tactics of the opponent. So he can be pretty deadly if you're unprepared and that you might be reading too much into things. But we managed to read through things. We didn't manage to get a complete tactical masterclass, but it was enough to win the game. And guessing out this 3-5-2 formation made it much easier for us. This would be a much tougher game otherwise, I feel, because his choice of formation was severely restricted by the injury to Rodrigo Pavoa, and that also weakened him somewhat as well. But hey, we'll take any points we can get. Let's see the team of the week. Team of the week is Lars Brawls of Kruger FC in goal. A back four, Pim van der Kruis, Knights of Sidonia FC. Tommy Ridstrom, Kruger FC. Andre Burnett, FC Barrymore 2. And Jonathan Kaler, Stretford Enders. Midfielder Maurice Kendall, FC Barrymore 2. Adelen Onseker, FCG Isle Verde. Walter Grishtal, Kruger FC. And Philip Lilby, Kruger FC. In front two of Celso Moto, Knights of Sidonia FC. He's got in the X11 every round so far, which is impressive. And Finlay Balfour, FCG Isle Verde. Right. The manager of the round was us. That's great. So our performance against Cobra Kai was enough to win that. So very encouraging to get a manager of the round in this high up the league. So we're doing well so far. Let's see how the table as a whole is looking up 3 games into the season. Knights have gone top of the league after being the only side to win all 3 of their opening games of the season. Wins against Isle Verde, Barrymore 2 and Cobra Kai, meaning we've made a very good start to this level, with ADV coming up next in the league, which should be quite significantly easier and hopefully an easy 3 points for us. Kruger FC dropped to 2nd place after being held to a 0-0 draw against FC Barrymore 2. However, they are still undefeated, along with the Stretford Enders, who drew 0-0 against Hamilton Academical. FC Barrymore 2 are up to 4th place in the league, ahead of Cobra Kai after we beat them. The Isle Verde, Hamilton Academical and ADV make up the relegation zone. Some tough games ahead of us though, but in the next episode we will be playing Yishun FC in the Cup as we look to, we'll pretty much play the match we need to play to get to the next round and find out who our opponents are waiting for us. After that, we have a league match against ADV, and again that should be easier for us, although I imagine a bit more of a challenge than the game against Yishin FC will be. See you next time.